This week on the Retirement Quick Tips podcast, I'm talking about a study from the Allianz Center for the Future of Retirement that found something very striking. 64% of Americans are more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. Yesterday, I talked about how spending less and saving more is one of the best ways to prepare for retirement and avoid running out of money, both the fear of running out of money and the actual risk of running out of money. Here's the catch. The save more, spend less strategy works best if you still have time. If you still have 5, 10, 15, 20 years, it's probably the best advice that I could give anyone who is behind on saving for retirement. Figure out how to set aside more money consistently every single month. Now, if you start saving $100 at age 20, it grows at 7% a year. By age 65, you're going to have about $350,000. $100 a month. Never increase that contribution. That's just the beauty of the eighth wonder of the world, which is compound interest. But what if you don't start saving until much later? So you could add $1,000 a month to your savings, but you're only, say, 5 years away from retirement. At that same growth rate of 7%, that gets you to about $70,000. Now, keep in mind, you did that month in, month out for 5 years, setting aside $1,000 a month, and all you had to show for it is $70,000. Now, it's not nothing, but it's not the $350,000 that you could have had you just saved 10% of the $1,000, $100 a month, much sooner. So the lesson is that the time factor is a real driver of growth. And without it, you could save more. It's still important. Every dollar that you save, it counts, but it has a much smaller impact when you don't have time on your side anymore. So what do you do if you are closer to retirement and you are still feeling behind? The simple answer is work longer. Now, I just want to say right off the bat that I know that this is not possible for everyone. A lot of people retire earlier than they plan to because of health reasons. It could be their own health. It could be the health of an aging parent or a spouse that has health issues. Lots of reasons why people cannot or choose not to work longer. But if you are able to, working longer really shores up a lot of problems with retirement and the fear of running out of money and the risk of running out of money if you are much closer to retirement inside that 5-year window. Now, from working with hundreds of clients and doing a lot of retirement planning projections, even delaying retirement by 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. Like, we're not talking about working another 5 years. We're talking about even a year or two of working a little bit longer can dramatically improve your outlook and your real risk of running out of money. And there's a few drivers for this. One is that your savings don't need to last as long. So working a couple extra years just means we're 2 less years if we're running the numbers and just looking at theoretical projections. Your 25-year retirement is now cut down to 23 years because you worked longer. Secondly, you're going to have extra time to keep saving. So you're doing 2 things. You're avoiding the start of your withdrawals from your investments. So you're avoiding the need to take money out and withdraw funds and reduce the size of your nest egg. But not just that, you're actually adding money during that time too. So you're beefing up your nest egg even more than if you would have stopped working and now you're bleeding it because you're taking withdrawals. Third, waiting often means better benefits, higher income from Social Security, Medicare. If you wait until you're 65, now you're qualified for Medicare. Your health insurance premiums are going to be significantly less compared to retiring earlier than that. And every month you delay claiming Social Security after age 62, it only increases your monthly benefit amount. If you do the math, a 7% return on $1 million gives you a lot more extra money than a 7% return on $100,000 or $10,000. So same rate of return, but because we're dealing with a much bigger size nest egg, the dollar growth is much greater. So if you're approaching retirement and you're worried you haven't saved enough, yes, absolutely save more. But recognize that one of the most powerful levers that you still have to pull is delaying your retirement, even if it's just a few months, a year, 2 years. If your situation and your health allows, working a little bit longer can really mean the difference between constantly worrying about not quite having enough and enjoying the retirement that you've worked so hard for over your life. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Ashley Mitchikay, and this is the Retirement Quick Tips Podcast.